need a break. Ari? Eva, are you ready to start, or do you need a break? Wait, I'm asking a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's roll.
Let's roll. So, hello. Today we will be telling you about the CrewConnect company's bookkeeping basics. Well, who are we? We are Business Academy students, and Business Academy has a new vision, 2.0 vision, which means that we are open for business. But what does it mean? Of course, it means that we will be pushed to actually create those real companies, to start learning and earning. But here comes in one of the Business Academy's core values, the why. Validating, understanding why are we doing this, why are we doing that, and all of that you can understand only after you actually go into something and check it out. But here comes in the bookkeeping, because bookkeeping is one of the main things which will validate your business and differentiate it between a business and just an idea who might someday earn something. That is why we are going to be doing bookkeeping for our soon-to-be company, CrewConnect. But this will be the cornerstone in the CrewConnect's development. But wait. This is the team who will be developing this presentation. Alisa, Selina, Kata, and Christiana. Did I skip a slide or two? No, I didn't. Okay. So the problem that we saw is that the future entrepreneurs do not put financial projections for their ideas and often go bankrupt because of this. Have you heard of that? Well, we have. So we have created a solution, financial plan for CrewConnect's first 12 months, and answers to questions with references. What questions? You will find out. And the goal is for CrewConnect is ready to be established. And the deliverables. In this course, our lecturer gave us 9 questions, which you will be hearing the answers for in all of this presentation. Resource list with all of the references and resources that we have used, and this presentation. And of course, key performance indicators, 9 questions answered. Those are the questions from our lecturer, and registering a company, and all members have paid their taxes. But the process that we went through is the idea, bookkeeping basics, preparation for establishing, running company activities, and the next steps. What is this CrewConnect that I'm talking about all the time? Well, if you haven't heard, then this is the latest topic. And it is a software, an application in which teams will be created into high-performing teams based on different types of their characteristics and skills. But let's start preparing for establishment. But wait, what kind of a legal entity should we be? And we presented ourselves with 2 options, limited liability company and a cooperative society. We took some measurements with how we could measure, how we could think of them, and we stopped on decision-making, registration costs, share capital, registration, aka where, and the founders. And we ended up choosing the cooperative society. Maybe we could say it's because it is more democratic, there is the share capital can be lower, but let's be honest, we just want to see what will happen if we open up a cooperative as a course.
Okay, thank you, Christiane. So, I think every business must be aware of what is what. While you added taxes, a tax added to goods and services, but how does it work? Well, in each production phase, it is used to repay the previous buyer in the chain. So, that means the customer is the ultimate what payer. And there are different what rates in different countries. In Latvia, currently it's 21% from the income, and it's not obligatory, while income tax doesn't exceed 50,000 euros in income, and it is obligatory if you're selling internationally. And the benefits are you're given a watt number, you are more competitive in the market because businesses that are watt payers are much more likely to cooperate with you if you are a watt payer as well, because that's more beneficial to them. And would we be watt payers? Yes, we would, because we want to sell internationally. And selling internationally, there are different watt numbers, watt cost rates for each country, as I mentioned. That means we must register for OSS, or one-stop shop, which means that we are selling internationally. And these commissions must be, these payments in countries must be made only once a month. And in European Commission website, you can find the watt rates for each country. Next, to expenses.
Yes, let's talk about the numbers. Although they are not as impressive as the first team's numbers, we looked at them quite critically and step by step. First, starting with the establishment costs, being establishment of a cooperative society as well as bank expenses. Well, to establish a cooperative society, we need to pay 150 euros to uzņēmuma registers, and for the bank expenses, we need to open account and get the debit card for our company, which would cost us around 18 euros. And total establishment expenses for us would be around 167 euros. But looking at the next step, the first year of expenses, that includes again, bank expenses, website hosting for our landing page, as well as the Typeform subscription for our MVP. And bank account expenses quite low for the first year because of Swedbank's support to young entrepreneurs, 28 euros for the whole year. And for website hosting, if we do it in Basel, then it's 87 euros for the whole year. MVP creation, we would at first do with Typeform. That's pretty much the only thing we need, and do it ourselves, and that would cost us 252 euros for the whole year. A total minimal expenses for the whole year, if we look critically, would be around 537 euros. And the initial capital for us to only start collecting pre-sales and getting some popularity for CrewConnect would be around 100 euros to start doing that. But where do we get the money?
The money, of course, comes from our subscriptions, monthly, annual, one-time events, because not all companies organize events multiple times a month, and also our pre-sale prices. And we understood that our monthly, like this minimum thing that we could do at the start, we need 30 euros and 83 cents to break even. So we don't pay any cent from our pocket and we get 0, 0, 0. Or it's almost 370 euros a year that we need. And since we plan on to organize 10 test events, we plan to forward the 5% of our profit for organizing these events to CrewConnect. And also we need 540 euros in the pre-sale for covering the initial expenses of establishment and also initial capital. And till December 2024, we need at least 1,700 euros in subscriptions, so we can build something more than just a Typeform used platform for CrewConnect. And that means that in total, till the end of the year, we need the minimal revenue of 2,200 euros. But how will we actually be a cooperative, right? First of all, if we want to be the cooperative society CrewConnect, we need to check whether the name is available, and luckily it is. Then we need to fill out the documents, which we have gone through the jurisprudence and also some bookkeeping courses. But before even we do that, we need to open a bank account where we put the shares in. And we've decided that one CrewConnect share will be 15 euros, and board members have to pay 2 shares, which totals to 30 euros, but the regular members have to pay 1 share, and that will be included in the statutes, because it's not an ordinary case. Then we will pay the state fee of 150 euros, and then only we will be sending in the documents. Lately, we said that we will be VAT payers, but when? In the beginning. There we need to again name our Nazi code, and I say it's like a hashtag of your company, whether it's hashtag food services, hashtag IT services, because it's a code of what you're doing. We have some website types and also for organizing events for CrewConnect. And then we will fill out the form in order to become VAT payers. Now about the running.
Yes, so the CrewConnect is established businesses running and we need to keep up. So shareholders are not enough anymore. We need employees. So we calculated how much one web developer as an employee would cost for us, and in total we got 1,200 euros with all the taxes and VAT. So we understood for a startup that's crazy, that's too much. So we would not hire an employee, we need a partner that would also be a shareholder. And we need coffee talks to find the partner. So can we deduct what? Let's say we want a coffee machine and it costs 1,200 euros and we are what payers? That means we can deduct what from the goods and services. And if our income also exceeds this 250 euros, then it counts out and we can deduct what? And how does what returns work? Well, usually we claim what paid on businesses-related purchases, but not on all of them. And returns happen in 30 days, but usually it's more than that. And time to start actual bookkeeping.
Yeah, in order to get that VAT deducted, we need to do that monthly declaration, and that we have to submit till the 20th date of each month and pay till the 23rd. And also, if we have some expenses that are not related to our company's initial directions, then we need the corporate income tax declaration, also in the same deadlines as VAT declaration. And then yearly we have the annual financial statement that we have to submit no later than May 31st. And here's a nice summary that we've made previously with the documents and the times we need to submit each document. And if we have overpaid some taxes, we will get a nice notification from state that we have gotten back some VAT.
All this money talk is making me think how hardworking are all those shareholders and members. But wait, how are they getting paid? They are not employed there. Well, dividends. That's right. And dividends is basically the share of the company's profits. And the decision of how the dividends will be split is made in the meeting of members. There are two types of dividends. One of them is conditional and the other one is extraordinary. Conditional, it's your regular day-to-day thing. You know when it will be. It is planned. Everybody is on board with it. Everybody knows that it's happening. Extraordinary, those are more of those, oh no, it has to happen fast cases. But CrewConnect will be paying conditional dividends of 20% from company's profit. And from those 20%, 25% will go to corporate income tax and everything else is theirs to keep. But let's sum all of this that you have heard up. First, the questions that I was so eagerly telling you about at the beginning. Initial capital, 100 euros. Expected revenue for the first year will be 2,200. We will be selling internationally, that is why we will be VAT payers. And we will be VAT payers from the beginning. We will be looking for a partner instead of an employee. That is why we will not pay any salaries during the first year. First year minimal total company expenses will be around 537-ish. Our deliverables, questions answered, you just heard the answers. Resource list and presentation. KPIs, how did we do? Well, we did answer the 9 questions. Registering a company, we are on its way to, together with our course. And our members have not paid their taxes yet. But the next steps for CrewConnect, the next steps for Seeds, well, open the Business Academy Seeds Cooperative, but become a VAT payers and fill out the first bookkeeping reports. But now it is time for reflections, please, the team. And I can start with mine, and it is that the true mastery of bookkeeping is knowing where to find information. And that's why SRS is my best friend during these courses.
My reflection is that when I was doing all the calculations, I understood that there's a whole world that I yet need to understand, and that is a topic that I want to look into next for the future.
I realized how to establish the company and how the VIT works, especially on my last project. I would understand much better how to make my idea an actual thing, and I joined CrewConnect for this project.
First of all, I learned that establishing an LLC is 2 times cheaper than establishing a cooperative. And second, that you cannot be a bookkeeper of your own company if you have more than one member. You have to outsource or get an employee. And just a reminder that you need a bookkeeper because taxes do need to be paid.
No. Why, God? Why?
All right, Eva, you want to jump in?
Yes, thank you. I apologize about them talking around me. I don't know what they are doing, but I really enjoyed this presentation, and you earned some bonus points about the VAT special ring that owes when you mentioned, because the first thought I had when I saw that you will selling internationally, and you showed the VAT in other countries, and the first thought was, oh no. But then you showed the slide with the special green VAT, and that's okay, good, nice job, well. But you lost some bonus points in math about VAT and coffee machine, because just there was incorrect math.
What was incorrect?
Can you go back to the slide? This total amount is there is VAT or not in the total amount in 1,000.
That's with VAT, and then without VAT is below.
Sorry, I don't hear you.
The VAT, the 1,199 is with VAT, and then reduced VAT. Reduced
Yes, that
21.
divide with 1.21, and you know how much it is without VAT, because you don't like
Yep.
deduct only 21%. It's like math thing.
Your minds will be
Because
mind blown, yeah, because the VAT is added to the sum, which would be 947. Basically, that's 947 plus VAT, not the 1,200 minus. So basically, the coefficient is different how you deduct from the end sum, the VAT, not how you add it. I see you waving your heads, but I'm not sure if you're understanding. That's why I still don't see the mind blow part on you, because you don't. You do?
I have struggled with this, and I have researched it, and then I understand what you're talking about.
You can't, because if you take 21% out of this 1,200, it's not the same
Yes.
as adding 21% to 950.
Yep, exactly.
Because if you count now, I mean, now just think about it, 900 and like say 50 euros, and add 21% VAT. How much will it be?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But just think about it.
I
Like,
know.
someone can do the math?
We understand.
That was the last
Mistake.
project. We didn't check this.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a precise number.
I have a basic
We understand.
explanation
Plus
for this because
20.
I had this in university.
university as well.
We said that we know.
It's 50 euro less. It's one.
Mistake.
Yeah.
You can also compare basically like when you put like a profit margin. Let's say you put 100% on 1,000 euros, it's gonna mean 2,000, right? But you can only give 50% discount to get back to the 1,000. You can't again give 100 back. So
It's
Yep.
this is the mind-blowing side of it. Sorry, Eva. Sorry that we hijacked your feedback.
Okay, can we do
So something more from Eva?
Eva, yeah.
No, that's good. That's all
Okay.
fine. Thank you.
All right. So I have two basically. One is I see that all of you want to jump to the VAT as fast as you can, but there's one thing that you're forgetting. VAT means your prices are 21% higher from the beginning. And many new companies, that's a lot. If you sell someone for 20 euros or 24 euros, that's a difference that sometimes you could still kind of sneak into the market just by being cheaper 21%. And it is sometimes on this VAT. So instead of just thinking we need VAT to just push it forward, because your approximate was 2,200 euros, and paying already 440 euros VAT for that wouldn't make sense for the amount that you're putting out there. So it's kind of, there's the point where yes, but I think at the beginning I wouldn't consider this one to be like your decision point that, hey, we want to go internationally, but we only have plans for this year, like 2,000 euros. So this is not the point. You could sell currently cheaper by just not paying the VAT. I'm not sure if you're getting the idea, but
I can comment additionally to this.
I will get the next. I just have like a humor one. So instead of paying salary to programmer, you would rather buy coffee machine.
We are not paying salary.
Yeah, you decided not to pay and buy a coffee machine.
That was for an example. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't pay. We didn't.
And that would be only one-time payment, not 12.
It's like for the storytelling.
I guess with the coffee you drink, you probably would program yourself. I guess.
Okay, we're not paying him a salary, but he's still getting the shares of the company.
And he's getting the coffee for programming.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not cheaper than paying salary. Actually, getting someone in shares that's expensive.
In the long run, definitely. Last comment, short, very short. About the VAT as well. Basically, think it depends also on who the customer is. If you're selling to a private person, it doesn't matter for him if he buys your product for 30 euros and there is VAT included or not. So basically, if you have VAT included, you lose the 21%. But if you sell it for 30 euros and the VAT is not there, you get like full income of that. Minus the expenses, of course, but you still win a little small margin from the VAT if you're not the VAT payer. That's all.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, thank you.
Amazing.
Do we have any like last remarks from?
Last insights.
From that.
Eva, maybe you have some last insights from what you saw today.
There was only 3 presentations. I thought there was 5. Because I just compared the last year, and there was like 5 points. But that's okay with 3 presentations, and really nice job done. I really like it.
Yeah, I also think at least for these few days that you had, you can't, of course, dig into the whole of it, and I could see the parts of your presentations that was from the last bookkeeping experience you had, I think, last semester. And I think you could kind of improve on that and apply to these ideas, and I think it's good approach in this case. And I could still see there's still place to improve. Some mind blows still will happen, so that's good as well. And the magic part, boom, from some euros to millions in the pocket.
Maybe I can comment something. One point of doing all these calculations and projecting the possible revenues and all that, I felt like a little bit like this. So I would really, like, I came up to a conclusion inside that I would really like to understand how like proper entrepreneurs do that, because nobody really has told it. Okay, we can do research on internet, but that's something that I would really like to learn from someone to explain more in the future, maybe. Well, I don't know how, but I think we need to put more emphasis on that, because right now we're kind of freestyling and doing as we understand, but like I would like to learn more insights about that.
In addition to it, it is basically two approaches. One is bookkeeping is mostly, not mostly, but it's looking back, and what you showed with the finger is looking forward. And basically looking forward means simulating the data you think could happen, but you might as well, let's say, like simulating as visualize that you are 1 year ahead, and then you can again look back from the future. So basically it's like a number game as a simulation, but this is the hardest. We can always look back when we see the expenses and invoices, everything we had, but it's harder to project what might happen or what could happen. But I like your point, and I also marked it down that it would be good to maybe create some, just like a simulation spreadsheet where you could just put in some numbers and then at least some approximates would pop up, something like that. That would be actually good for our kind of learning experience, yeah. Any other insights, comments on so far what we have?
I mean, I think among our people, especially talking about the practical side of accounting, is that we could actually find among our people somebody who has data. For example, me, I have a company with a lot of invoices. I think last year we had like 1,400 invoices. So I mean, I can somehow share the data without actually telling you specific details of the invoices, but basically you could understand like how much goes to taxes, what kind of.
We did that previous bookkeeping.
Okay.
But like we want, if you have like, you haven't gotten anything with your idea, we're nothing. So how can we get that projection?
If you have only idea how to put the numbers in, like that's a whole different research.
And it's like I said, it's like
Projecting.
looking back, but now we're really all focused on looking forward, like starting our cooperatives, like how can we at this starting point see something forward?
But basically, it doesn't matter what specifically it is, but it only matters basically how you make your decisions. Like depending on the type of organization you make, and also the type of taxes you have to pay. There are actually like specific groups, and I think you base your decisions based off of that, to kind of understand like where you're going. And then like those small things, to be a VAT payer or not, those are just tips and tricks you learn from people who already done it, and they just say, oh, in this specific case, you just don't do it, and that's it.
We would like those people around us.
Okay.
Because right now it was just like, oh, probably, we can just say something. And yeah, we are missing a bit the experience.
All right.
Projecting, that's skill set. I get it. I have to improve on that.
So talking to a lot of entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Seems like Kasper's already building something.
No? Thank you.
Do you have comments?
No? No comment. All right, lunch?
Thank you
Thank you, Leah.
It seems like the image is already off there.
Bye.
Ciao.